Good afternoon everyone and welcome to another Andrew McWilliam karting video. This time we are at Pigeon. Now, I've decided to do a little something different when recording this video. I've not looked at any of the results. So I am as lost as you guys are. And of course everyone is lost before you hear Milky Cereal and now Andrew McWilliam karting videos. So let's jump into this. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys might know what happens if you've already seen the results, but we're going to jump in, and there is one last thing to mention. I raced in the heavies on this day because I was too good for the lightweights. The lightweights have a lack of weight, also a lack of skill as well. So I avoided those lightweights. Now, because in the heavies, I finished 5th in the A final, that means that if Andrew McWilliam doesn't finish 5th in his A final, he has been beaten by me. I am free. In fact, he has to beat 5th. He has to finish 4th or better because here's what's happened, right? I had a terrible kart in my A final. So unless Andrew has a terrible kart as well, he's got to finish 4th. So with that, let's head on in to the first race. And as if by magic, Andrew is starting 5th in the first race. It's all coming together. The script is there, folks. Now, as you'll see, Andrew's 5th. We've got Tommy Lee in 2nd. He's one to watch out for. Leo Licastro's in this. He's in 8th. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Leo Licastro, rapido on iRacing. I raced against him on iRacing yesterday. He was insane. He's like 6,000 rated or something. Maybe I'll include a result of that. But anyway, we're on the inside of the grid, and the inside is very, very important because at Pigeon, you got like 3 right-handers to start off the race. We're on the power. We want to push everyone along. Ideally, we can go from 5th up into 3rd, maybe 2nd if we're really lucky. Does everyone go wide? No, we take too much curb. It spits us out. And now we're sandwiched in between 2. We're going to get 1, and there's probably a bit of contact from behind, which kind of sends us sideways into whoever was on the left. It looked like a Nick Lacassa suit. We've got a driver up our inside. This is not the start to the day we wanted, but we're going to come straight back up the inside into the left-hander. There's a bit of contact. They turn into us. However, we are through and we are up into 6th place. I'm going to be honest, Andrew, that's the first time I've seen someone start on the inside at Clay and lose a position. With the exception of me, for those of you who don't know, go and watch my video. I started 2nd and I was in 1st out of the 1st corner. That's how good I am. We're going up the inside. That is some serious pace. Andrew, do you have a rocket ship? Never mind. We've got someone on our rear end because we've been pushed wide. We are going to be able to take the racing line, though, through the chicane and up into 5th. Now I'm on the lookout. Is this car a rocket ship? Because the way we overtook that guy on the straight was quite impressive. Andrew, you know what? Actually, that kind of wide line, making that first apex and kind of letting the car out early seemed to work all right in the Club 100 cars. If you're racing in other cars, I feel like sometimes you actually hold it in a bit tighter, or I prefer holding it tighter through that corner. Oh, missed the apex. You gotta kiss that curb. You gotta kiss that curb. But we've got a toe. Watch this toe come into effect. This isn't about rocket ships, guys. This is about slipstream. You get a big headwind going into turn 1. This guy outbrakes himself. He misses the apex. You want to take a nice tight line. And how do we catch up that much? It's a flat out corner. This guy is backing off going into the chicane. What is going on? Oh, no send. To be honest, I thought that was send angle. He's gone a bit wide, and now that tighter line, you can see how much more time we gain. And actually, we don't gain time on the exit. So this isn't a rocket ship, guys. Not a rocket ship, confirmed by Milky Cereal. And we all know Milky Cereal is the best at realizing when karts are rocket ships. Apart from when he's in the car. When he's in the car, I've got no idea whatsoever. But when I'm watching the video, I know whether that's a rocket ship. Now, Andrew is doing something called working together. We're going to work together with this guy. Fool him. No, we're going up the inside. Send the move. We pushed him along the straight. We gained on 2nd and 3rd, and then we sent him into turn 1. We didn't cost ourselves time. That, my friends, is a perfect example of how to do sprint racing. See, Andrew McWilliam is back. He knows what he's doing. None of this stupid having crashes stuff, Rory O'Regan, who's at fault kind of videos on the Facebook group chat. This is just pure quality driving. Andrew's got his head together. He watched Milky Cereal racing in the heavies earlier on, and he was like, right, that's how I race. Unfortunately, that's not how you hit an apex. But we're up into 4th, and we still got plenty of time left in this race. It is not even a lap later, and we are pretty much onto the back of whoever is in 3rd. We're going to get such a better run through the final corner. We are firmly in the slipstream. Give him a push. Yeah, there you go, Andrew. Now, are we going to send him, or is this guy going to go for the move? Are we going to bait him into the move, get both of them on the exit of the corner? Go on, Andrew! Go on, Andrew! That's how you race at Clay Pigeon! Yes! Sorry, I think I might have woken up everyone in the house. Andrew, I'm really happy. That was clever. That was like something out of my videos, I've got to be honest. I've never got that excited over a video before, and I'm annoyed that it was an Andrew video that got me so excited. I might need a change of underwear after watching that. I mean, what? Anyway, we're now hunting down the leader. Let's see if we can catch him. Well, we're heading into the final corner now, and the answer is no, we cannot catch Tommy Lee. Well, we are catching him, but we couldn't do all the catching. Unfortunately, Andrew bottled the start from the inside. However, he did make a pretty good overtake, so maybe we can forgive him a bit. He was just trying to give us more overtakes in the race so that we'd have a lot more content. But yeah, that's where we're finishing. We're finishing in a very nice second position. So with that, let's head on in to race number 2. So here we go then into race number 2, and this is the heat of death. Heat number 6, Andrew, Fraser, Rory, all in one race. We've even got Ben Sanders and Zach Watson. Thomas Northcott's a pretty good driver as well. So this could be a little bit tricky. However, we're on the inside, which means that Andrew is going to lose a position apparently because he prefers the outside. So let's see how this race goes. Again, it's kind of that midfield of death. There might be some working together, there might be some hatred. I mean, it's 3 nameless drivers, right? And nameless more like teamless at this point. We've got Thomas Northcott in front, Mr. Green Suit, as we can call him. Here we go, on the inside of the grid, push Mr. Northcott along. We should be ahead of little Fraser Brunton coming out of turns 1 and 2. Oh, we're pushing Northcott up the inside. No, Andrew, you need it. If Rory O'Regan comes through out of this corner. Oh my God, Andrew! What are you doing? Oh, and Fraser's through as well. You know what? Just sod this. Right, for those of you watching, that's not how you start on the inside. You don't outbrake yourself. That makes you the Muppet that everyone takes advantage of. This comes into effect here at Clay and at Buckmore. You make sure that you are glued to the inside of the circuit so no one goes up your inside. Anyway, Andrew's just clearly trying to give us more content. How he's got that drive and the other guys completely missed the apex, I don't know. That other guy's been watching too many Andrew videos and missing apexes. Anyway, Fraser's going to help us out. So, Andrew, you could have sent Fraser. We didn't even get Thomas! You pansy, Andrew. That was a prime double overtake opportunity. Prime double overtake opportunity, like the drink. Rory O'Regan is second. Rory O'Regan from 9th to 2nd in 2 laps. Yo, someone send me Rory's video so I can edit a video for him. He seems like a good driver. Anyway, here we go. We're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can count. So, wait, are we in 7th? 2, 4, 6, 7. We started in 7th. We lost a position to Rory and we gained 1. Okay, yeah. So we would still be in 7th. I was just getting confused. Anyway, can we send Thomas? Nope, we're going to go on the brakes. Oh, we missed the apex as well. Oh, maybe we got a push. I'm going to say that we got a push. We definitely got push. Oh my God. I think we mentally pushed him off the track. What was that guy's kart doing? He kind of had some voodoo stuff going on with him through there. Like someone got a kart doll and punctured the tire going through the corner. I've never seen someone mess up that chicane so badly. What was that? Andrew, you got overtaken by someone who can't even take the chicane. Oh, that was beautiful. Anyway, back to the racing. O'Regan is in 2nd, Fraser's in 3rd. I'm sure those two will kill each other for another Who's at Fault video. We've got a nice run. Can we go up the inside? Go on, Northcott. Send it, Northcott. Send it. Yeah. That's the kind of overtake we like. And we're going to follow through. Oh, no, we're on the outside. Can we send it on the outside of the horseshoe? No, we're going to slot in behind. We give Northcott a push just That's just because Andrew's sending it hard into the corner, so that guy on the left can't get through. He kind of does, but we hold on to the position. We go past the corner where Milky Cyril died in the sprint race and had a win stolen off him from George Ludwell. Anyway, that's for another video. When my next video coming out on the channel, you'll find out all about that. Essentially, I did own a karting sprint racing, and I should have won here at Clay Pigeon. It happened very recently, but I got robbed because someone couldn't handle the fact that I was better than them. Anyway, we've got to drive. We're not going to push Northcott because we're too far behind. We can give him a nice little pushy-wushy coming out of the corner. That's how you say push. Push when it's a friend, pushy-wushy, and push when it's an enemy, bashy-washy. Essentially, just add a rhyming word, and it sounds weird. I'd say cute, but it doesn't. It's just weird. Yes, Andrew, that's an apex. So when you take the apex to the final corner, I'm kind of a Clay Pigeon master at this point. I'm like Ed Bars, but faster. When you take that apex to the final corner, you want to clip the curb. It kind of just... Whoa! It's the guy who can't take the chicane! Who is he? Kill him! What was that? Oh my god. That... I've got no words for that. Andrew just got murdered. That time it definitely wasn't it. What was he doing? Oh my god. He heard me slagging him off about being unable to take a flat out chicane flat out without blowing up his car, and he thought, watch me take turn one flat out. And instead of murdering his own car, he murdered himself and Andrew. Oh my god. That's what happened to me at my first ever race at Clay Pigeon. It was BUKC, and someone just... Oh, wow. I'm speechless, guys. Anyway, here we go onto the final lap of the race, and we have closed into someone. Okay, Andrew's put in some serious laps. Andrew, you better get this guy. He's in a wetsuit. If you don't overtake the numpty who's racing in a wetsuit in the dry, send him. Send him, Andrew. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Don't send him. What is that turning? No, don't go to the outside. That's the wrong side, Andrew. You're not going to be able to... Andrew, what are you doing? Oh my god. You caught this guy by about 5 seconds in 3 laps, and you can't overtake him in a single lap. I've lost faith in you, Andrew. That is appalling. Now, I have been sent in this video. This video continues for a while, so let's have a listen to see if there is any kind of shenanigans said on the camera when he gets back in. Okay, guys, I'm not going to include any of this stuff. There were some very choice words being said in there. And to be fair, yeah, fair enough. I was so tempted to include it, but yeah, I'm not. I just got to savor it. Just know, everyone, that I got to savor the full, like, Andrew Wrath comments post-race with this content. And you guys don't get to. And with that, let's move on to heat number 3. So, heat number 3, and we are starting on pole with our bestie Rory starting in 2nd. Leo Lecastro's in 4th. Thomas Northcott is in 6th. Dante's in this race. He's starting down in 7th place. Anyone else? No, not really. Oh, Thomas Layton's in here after his top 10 A-final Bayford result. So we'll see how Thomas can do. So here we are starting on a pole, and yeah, the objective is get on the power, never have to look behind us. So we'll see whether Mr. O'Regan comes past us at any point, or if Andrew's able to check out at the front. That means that I can't just do the start and skip to the end. I actually have to check whether Rory comes past us at any point, and then, you know, we might get back past him. Otherwise, I'll miss something out of the video. But we are green. We are racing, and Rory is edging past us. Was it a jump start? Who? No! Andrew, stop hitting that curb! You've done it twice now! Are we getting overtaken around the outside by O'Regan? Oh, we're going to get a little bit podded. Don't eat the sausage. Oh, Rory says sorry. Yeah, like hell he's sorry. We're up the inside going into the hairpin. Give him a big old squeeze. Yeah! And we have taken the lead of the race. We don't deserve to, considering we can't take turn 1 properly without spitting ourselves out like a child trying to be like force-fed food by his parents, but he doesn't want to, so he spits all the green stuff out everywhere. That's Andrew. He's throwing a tantrum. He doesn't want to eat. That's why he's so skinny. So, skipping forward a few laps as we head into the hairpin, I think we are... I don't know where we're heading on to. It's about 2 minutes in. However, Rory's going to poke his nose up the inside, and we're going to drop down a position. And now there's the old finger wag forward from Rory saying, let's go. No, Andrew, let's not go. Fight him. Fight him to the death. Yeah. Oh my God, that slipstream. I think Rory doesn't have good top end, but he seems to have really good bottom end because his car absolutely fired out of the last corner. That's not a rocket. That's called Rory took a better line. So it's important to know the difference, and Rory got the apex as well through there. And now we're probably going to catch down the straight. Yeah, you can see that we are gaining a bit on that top end, but I think on the bottom end, like, that is a much better run from Andrew. But then you see that Rory pulls a bit out of the corner. So Rory's got the good bottom end, or mid end, depending on how you look at it. And Andrew's got the really good top end. So let's see how much we can catch up to Rory through here. We get a pretty good run through the final corner, but we're not going to gain because of that. And then look at this slipstream come into effect. We've got 4 minutes left in the race. Rory is driving a truck. Andrew, you got overtaken by Rory, who's driving a truck. Even with a slipstream, that Rory would not have been able to keep up with Andrew on the straight. I'm a big believer in that. This is a big drive from Rory. Big drive from Rory right now. Andrew, send him. Murder him. Kill him. Let's see if Dante comes up at any point in this race. We're going to skip forward by a little bit. So here we are on the final lap of the race. And yeah, we kind of got gapped a bit by Rory. We then closed back in. We then completely missed that apex. So I guess in this situation, I mean, it is Clay Pigeon. Bottom end beats top end. Who knows? Either way, there was definitely a disparity in cars. No, wait. We're heading on to the last lap of the race now. I've bamboozled myself. The race is still on. We get the drive, but again, there comes a Rory. There's a yellow flag. We've been cheated. Cheated out of our last lap battle. What could have been? There's more yellow flags, and Rory's going to go a little bit defensive into this corner. Can we get the drive coming out? No, we cannot. This is where they come into the pits. I'm like, oh, right, it was the final lap of the race. Oh, no. Wait. You know what? I'm just going to include this bit in the video. I don't know. I think the drivers got confused as well. I mean, what was Rory doing? What was everyone doing? Moving on then into the A final. We are starting down in 17th place. Rory is starting this one all the way up in pole. Then it's Chappers, Brunton, Lovelace, Lawler. We've got a lot of work to do, and I have a feeling I'm going to be free from these videos. Oh, we're going past Dante as well. Yeah, Dante was winning a race, and his chain came off in the middle of it, so he's starting from the very back of the A final. So we've got Andrew, Dante trying to work through their field. Jack O'Neill's not even in the top 10, and this is like his best track in the country. It's been a bit of a crazy one, so let's see how this goes. Remember, Andrew needs to finish 5th or better. Considering he got taken out, if he finishes equal with me, if he makes a 5th, I'll count that as I haven't beaten him. So Andrew, that's all you got to do. 5th place from 17th, 12th position. We're on the inside, which means we're going to lose a bunch of positions. We know that's how things work here today. We're going to push Mr. Black and Yellow Buckmore rental suit along. Do not hit that curb. Drew, you've done this 3 races in a row. Anyway, there's hectic. We should talk about the racing. Tommy Lee's gone wide. We're going to go up the middle. Oh my God. Chris Powell just went round the outside of about 6 people on a straight. I don't even know what to say. We're in the hectic stuff. Now, Andrew did quite well in the hectic stuff when he was at Risington after his incident with Dante. Dante's going to be somewhere here as well. Let's see if there's another incident that happens. But anyway, we are going to go up the inside into the final corner. Joseph Simcock hasn't quite got the run right, which means we're going to be able to get a nice toe. He's leaning forward. I don't get the leaning forward. I mean, you've got to put your head down if you're going to do anything. No send into turn 1. We're going to be patient this time. Oh, we do miss the apex a little bit. He's got a run and a half. Oh, no. There's contact. There's double contact. They're killing each other. Through goes McWilliam. And we gain 2 more positions. Cover off the inside. Turn in nice and early to make sure that no one can send us. I think we get a little push from behind. But because we took that early turn in, we don't lose any positions. Great racecraft, Andrew. Just remember, If Andrew's on the inside going into turn 1 at Clay, he will hit the little divot on the curve, mainly because he's being a bit of a divot, and he will completely screw his race start. But aside from that, the racing from Andrew, absolutely on point. Just lap ones, just don't drop. Oh my god, what is going on up there? It's oh, we just gained 5 places through 1 corner. That was insane. Andrew, I'm stealing that. I'm putting that on my TikTok. Andrew, if you're going to make a shot on anything, that's the one to make a shot on. What just happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're in 9th from 17th after about 3 laps. That's 8 places in, what, 2, 3 laps? That is mental. And now we've got the jackiest of Neils. Watch the jack that he gets onto his front corners of his tires as he turns. No, that's not how it works. Works with bit. No, Andrew. My God, this track is like Ella Park. You have to be smooth. Less is more. Less is more. Not hard send it into turn 1. Turn 1 is like the one corner where you can't hard send it, because if you outbrake yourself, if you miss the apex by like a centimeter, you're gonna wash wide. It's like Ella turn 1. You have to make sure you get that apex bang on. Less is more, nice and smooth. Anyway, people are fighting like crazy. Rory seems to be checking out at the front of the field. I think that's Rory O'Regan at the very front. He's gone. But we're putting in some good laps. You know what? Me being safe from these videos might not actually be happening. Is that Lisinski? He's actually doing all right. He's in the top 10 of an A final. Go on, son. There's Sam Lovelace as well, as we are definitely closing in onto O'Neill. Andrew is, you know what, when he stops doing stupid, oh my god, we missed the apex. You know what, just for my own sanity, I'm just going to say that this is a rocket ship. What are these apexes that we're missing? Andrew, we could have been past jackiest of Neils, but no, now we're past the loveliest of Sams. That doesn't work. That just sounds weird. Yeah, I can't think of one for Sam Lovelace. That doesn't just sound weird. Anyway, we're closing in onto Mr. Lovelace, and actually that was okay. You don't have to be super tight. Jack's going up the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Well, that's on Lisinski. Why do people try to hang it around the outside of the chicane? You have to back out. My god, it is not hard. JV said it like every single race that's ever existed. We've got the run. Are we going to go up the inside of that? Oh, we had to think about it. 2, 4, 6. I think we're in 7th now. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're in 8th. That makes sense. We were in 9th. We gained 1 position. Rory's defending. We're going to have a beautiful train of karts to fight for this win. Sam's having... You know what? I've not been paying attention to how good karts are. Oh my god, things are getting crazy up ahead. Rory's got a bit wide. Fraser's going to try to go through. Chappers is pushing along. We're going to sit back. We're going to watch this unfold. Someone's gone bouncing through the grass. Who is that? That's the other Chapman who's going to try to cover off Lovelace. Does it late. Andrew goes to the outside, tries to swing to the inside. No, we get it wrong. We've been overtaken by Simcock, who's going to try to get to the inside. He does it a little bit late, so we're going to follow through, and we're going to push Mr. Chapman along, who's now trying to squeeze Lovelace. We can't go to the inside because Simcock is still there. However, we can't get the run on both of them either, because through goes Dylan. And now we're sandwiched in between 2 karts. So it's been a bit crazy. We've still got a bit of time to go. Can we stay in front of all of them going into this corner? Yes, we can. And we almost hit that divot again, which would have spat us out and lost us a bit of time. As through goes Dylan. We try to get a switchback, but it never works through that chicane. So you have to be quite sensible and just try to sit behind, because if you go to the outside, if you get the switchback and go to the outside, you'll then have a stream of karts on your inside. So it is quite risque. And Dylan's gone up the inside of Lovelace. And he's going to continue. I mean, look how far that leading group has pulled. I mean, we were all separated by about a second as Simcox messes up the corner. That causes us to lose a bunch of time. We're in the tow. This isn't, you know, a better kart thing. This is just a slipstream thing. Go on, just send him, Andrew. Get rid of this guy. He's not on our level. Never mind. We kind of missed the apex a bit. Is he going to get the switch back on us? No, he's not. We're through. Right, let's catch up to Lovelace. Heads down. I'm going to critique this lap. I'm going to critique every corner. Good braking, make the apex. Yeah, that's nice. That's a 9 out of 10 corner right there. Back over to the right. Little bit of power braking. Nah, he got it wrong. We missed the apex. We missed the second apex. That's a 6 out of 10 corner, but we did carry good speed through it, so it kind of makes up for it. On the brakes again, power braking to this corner. Oh, missed the apex by a tiny bit, but overall it's okay. That's an 8 out of 10. Back on the power, down the straight. Clip this apex all the way over to the left. On the power super early. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's a 9 out of 10 as well. And then flat into this corner. Your foot does not come off that pedal. Take as much curb through the left as you can. It is quite nice. 10 out of 10 through the chicane. On the brakes again. Oh no, we lost the rear end. We missed the apex. 8 out of 10. Back on the power. Are we just allergic to apexes? Get the goddamn... Less is more. Less is more. You know what? Even if Andrew finishes 5th, I think I'm just going to have to do more videos because Andrew clearly still needs some driver coaching. Oh, why don't you get Clayton to coach you, Andrew? Clayton's a good driver. I wouldn't trust Fraser or Rory. They don't know what they're doing. But get Clayton to coach you. Do you get a nameless driver discount if you get one of the other nameless drivers? I'm going to become a nameless driver so I can get Rory O'Regan to coach me and then gap him in the coaching session. That sounds like fun. Do you know what else seems like fun? This race over here. So Chapman's leading. O'Regan has dropped down the order. Jackiest of Niels is in 2nd position. And let's see what we can do. Is that Lawler? Yeah, Lawler's... No! Dylan's in 3rd from like last in the A final. Go on, son. That's making up for a broken chain and a half. Go on. No, don't send Sam. Oh, Sam, why are you going defensive? Help us out here. Oh, Sam's got to run. He went defensive and he got the driver, Lawler. We got to follow Lawler through around the outside of the final part of the chicane. Through we go. Go on, push Sam along. Sam, leave the door open. Andrew, don't send it. Work together. Catch up to the group ahead. This is not the time to start battling. We can gain more positions. And Sam seems to have clocked onto that somewhat. And Andrew seems to be playing along with the working together game for now. Here we go through the final corner. Oh, didn't quite get the drive. That final corner is so hard. I still don't know where the apex is, but you can always see when someone gets a slightly better drive than someone else. We're going to go up the inside. Oh, we make the apex as well. Was that too early to go for the move? Because now, if Sam starts battling with us, we're never going to catch up to this group in front of us. Whereas if we had maybe worked with him, we could have. We're in 2, 4, 5. We're in 6th place. I'm still safe. I can still escape from the Club 100 Andrew McWilliam videos. Oh, we missed the apex. Are we going to catch up to them? Rory and Jackiest of Niels are going to be battling, I think. Let's see. How many laps do we go? Are we heading on to the final lap of this race, or do we have a bit more? No, we've got 2 and a bit minutes left. This race is not done yet. Dante's up to 2nd. He's got Fraser right behind him. Then it's Rory, Jack, and us. Meanwhile, one of the Chapmans is gone. He has absolutely gapped the field. Come on, Andrew. I need to do more of these videos so that we can laugh at you missing apexes. Will he get the apex? Will he get the apex? He got the apex! I mean, it wasn't amazing, but he got the apex. Honest, Clay Pigeon, this is why I like Clay Pigeon. Clay Pigeon is so tough because it is genuinely really hard to get the apexes right all the time when you're pushing so hard into corners, because the way Andrew's missing some of these apexes, he's actually carrying a lot of speed into the corner, which means that he'll be faster than most people getting the apex. But I'm still going to make fun of him for missing the apex, and I'm sure someone's going to be saying, yeah, that's actually the racing line, you don't want to get that apex. Rubbish. Bollocks. See, Rory got that apex, and that's why we didn't catch up massively. But we've got to fight. Jackiest of Niels is going to defend. We're onto the back of this train. This is a battle to keep milky cereal on these Andrew McWilliam karting videos. So if you hate the sound of my voice on these videos, you don't want Andrew to gain any positions. We're heading on to the final 3 laps of the race. Jack's going to go defensive. We're all kind of taking a defensive line. Jack's going to make sure that inside is fully covered. as we go into the chicane. Oh, actually, we get a pretty good drive out of the corner, but Jack's going to go defensive. The inside is never going to be open because Rory's going to cover the inside as well, and it's going to be the same here. We're going to have, I know we can't see behind us, but we have a huge train of karts behind us. Here's how we get past Jack. We give Rory the biggest of pushes down the straight. That's going to allow him to fly past Jackiest of Neils. But if we miss the apex like that, we're not going to be able to do it. Come on. We've got to drive. We're going to be able to push Rory along, but we need to be able to do it earlier on the straight so Rory can commit to the inside or the outside. If we push him too late, Rory won't have anywhere to go, because if he goes to the outside, he won't be able to get past Jack, and then he'll leave the door open. Oh, he's ground himself out on the curb. Silly O'Regan. Silly. Anyway, let's start loading into the hairpin. I think we might have got a push from someone behind us, so we are now going to have to go ultra defensive to cover that off. And that just shows how difficult it is. If the driver at the front just starts defending like crazy, it's going to be really hard for everyone to follow through. Again, we've not quite got the drive that we would have wanted, but here comes the super toe coming in from two drivers. We've got Big Toe. Where's O'Regan going to go? He's going to look to the inside. We're going to try to look for a switch back. We give O'Regan a push. Fair play to Rory. He kept that on the inside. That is actually really difficult to do when you've got a kart right on your bumper. And what can we do into the hairpin? Rory kind of faked to the outside, maybe trying to bait us to go for the inside. We're going to push Jack along. Rory's stuck on the outside. He can't get to the inside. He's going to lift off, switch to the inside. Great defending from Rory, and we are stuck behind. Andrew tried to push Rory along, so he was stuck on the outside of Jack and couldn't cover Andrew off, but Rory knew what was coming. He's going to defend into the final corner. We might have a drag race to the finish line, but we're not going to be able to do it. We are going to finish this race in 6th place, which means I'm free. Oh my god, what a send from Rory. Which means that we are now free of the Andrew McWilliam karting videos. Wait, what?
What? How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Nah, that is not on. I will save. What are these penalties? Well, I guess I'm not going anywhere. That is a load of BS right there. That is such a load of BS. That has been scripted. I guess I'm still trapped. I'll see you guys all for the next video then. I don't know where that is, but thank you guys very much for watching Andrew get sent into Narnia at T1, missing or taking too much curb at T1 and ruining his opening lap 3 times, for an exquisite overtake at T1, 2 exquisite overtakes at T1, and for him missing a whole bunch of apexes. We'll be missing more apexes in the next video, but until then, goodbye.